very easy for me to just look at the chief and say, did it. You nailed it. But chief, officers, honored guests, friends, relatives, greetings from the Aurora Citizens Police Academy Fall Class of 2012. I couldn't begin to start without giving a special thanks to the volunteer officers who served as the Police Academy staff. They watched over us, directed us, fed us, were always there to lead us very gently in the right way. And to mention their names is a true honor. Detective Nancy Starr, Officer Bob Petrie, Officer Tim Jeffrey, and how could we forget J.D. who retires this December after decades of service to the city and Aurora. A man we ended up all looking up to, and not just because of his height. He proved to be a fantastic man and a great officer. I first met him at the Senior Citizens Academy and talked to a lot of the people there that he served as a liaison to the senior citizens and to a person. They were all so thankful for him. As I happened to be with him for one class towards the end here, and I heard he was retiring, I just couldn't put it into words except to walk up to him and say, thanks. And he looked at me and he said, it's easy when you have a job that you really love. And over this time, I watched him with people, I watched the responses of people to him, and he's an officer that really cares. He cares about the city, he cares about the people in it, and he served it well. And so this class is your last Academy class, J.D. We'd like to say thank you, and we've got something here for you if you give up and just accept this. Because his presence in this academy meant a lot to us. And he didn't even pay us to do this, believe it or not. This came out of our hearts for him. So.
Thank you very much.
A very special thanks to Marsha Todd and volunteers of the Alumni Association and Citizens Police Academy, who kept things running and served us from day one. They attended to our every need, kept things going, kept it going smoothly. And then we also can't forget our thanks to all of the Aurora officers and employees who gave up their time to instruct us and to open our eyes to the world of the Aurora Police Department. I wish we could have spent more time with each one of you, because as we got to know you, we grew closer to you. We'll get a little more on that later. But our thanks for helping us to understand community policing and how our officers recruited and trained. Our thanks go out to all the departments that came to our classes and taught us. Patrol and Internal Affairs, CSI, jail staff, community resources, criminal investigations, DART, victim services, K-9, gang unit, PAR, traffic, SWAT, vice and narcotics, the Alumni Association, and volunteers in the Aurora Police Department, for our instruction in the use of force, and for things like the First Amendment as it is protected by the police. Our thanks go out to all of the instructors for your time and your contribution to helping us to understand the Aurora Police Department. So, who are we? Someone from outside the police department and the Citizens Academy might just ask who we were. This band of citizens who came together for 14 weeks to listen to officers and civilian staff of the police department give an account and explanation of their duties and responsibilities. We are, for the most part, citizens of Aurora. Some of us are young, some not so young, and a host of those in between. At 68 years old, there are times when I'm not sure I even remember being as young as some of them. But a claim that allows me a great deal of plausible denial. We live in every police district in Aurora. We come from a wide economic spectrum. Some of us are new to Aurora, some of us have lived here for decades. We're college students taking legal and criminal justice classes. We're teachers, professionals, businessmen and women. We work for the city. We've served in the military. We work for the military. We give up our time and serve the community in which we live. We hold jobs across this city and beyond. Our backgrounds are as varied and unique as each of us are individuals. We also came to know and appreciate one another as we spent these 14 weeks together. In essence, if you would, we are Aurora. We are America. So why are we here? Why do we go through this? The answer lies in the credo of this academy. Understanding through education. You couldn't have picked a better one. We're citizens who want to be involved. We're not content to just sit back and let the world pass us by or have our lives orchestrated for us. In essence, again, we are the city called Aurora. We want to have our voices heard. We want to be part of the process that evolves our lives. Each of us came into this class with our own opinions, perspectives, and biases concerning the Aurora Police Department. Some were accurate, some not so. Our understanding of the department and its policies and procedures depended a lot upon our own personal exposure to the Aurora Police Department. For the most part, it was a positive experience, but not so in all cases. But as we were informed from the beginning of this academy, that was okay. A major premise of this academy was to present the Aurora Police Department to the citizens and let them make their own determination. They were confident that when exposed to the truth, good results would come forth. Concerning this class, you might say, inquiring minds want to know. Some wanted to know more about the system and the department. Some had very little contact with you, and at times it was almost like they were voicing a third-party opinion. Some wanted to know why things were the way they were and how they could affect change. Some had police contacts that were not the most pleasurable and wanted an explanation. But little did we know just how ignorant we were concerning the Aurora Police Department, the job, and the officers. Whatever our reason, we saw a responsibility to ourselves and to our community to get involved and find out. This academy educated us and brought us to a greater understanding of our police department, its policies and procedures. It educated us concerning our local laws and brought us to a clearer focus concerning larger constitutional issues, such as the First Amendment and the role of the police. We came to understand things with which we were very unfamiliar, and to be educated in the role of the police in our community, and most importantly, gain insight into just what it means to be a cop in our midst. We wanted to know, and we were not disappointed. I'd like to take a moment now to give you some perspectives from this class that were taken from a critique of this academy by the members. All of us rated this class with the highest possible rating. Comments range from fantastic and great to life-changing, and these are just a few. It being such a positive experience, I thought more about the criminal justice system in this class motivated me to become an Aurora police officer. I have an even better appreciation of what our officers face and do. I am more amazed by how lucky Aurora is to have this department. This one is huge. I learned that the police are people also, and how much there is to know about the department. It made me realize and appreciate the risk the Aurora Police Department deals with on a daily basis. I have a lot more respect for the Aurora Police Department now than I did before the class. I did not have much of a relationship before the Citizens Police Academy with the Aurora Police Department. Now I do, and it's positive. It was an eye-opener, especially some of the conditions in District 1. This just goes to point out that we need to know our entire city, not just where we live. Aurora covers a large area with a lot of different people in a lot of different places and situations, and it's good to know how they are and how they exist. It was great to know some of the police officers who keep safe our community. My views concerning the Aurora Police Department were already high. This course made them higher. I feel much more comfortable contacting the Aurora Police Department. And again, an essential perspective. I am more aware of the officers as people, not just part of the legal system. Loved every minute, every tour, every topic. I'd like to give you just a little bit of a personal experience and encounter that I had. Last spring, as I said, I attended the Senior Citizens Academy, a somewhat shorter version of this one, but quite comprehensive. My attendance at that time was prompted by discussions with my power officer at the time, Shelley Owens, now Sergeant Owens. She was there for me and my family as we were having discussions concerning our neighborhood and the things going on around Aurora Central High School. I had lots of questions, I voiced lots of things, and she was there to answer them to me. And in the course of that discussion, she said, "Why don't you go take part in the Senior Citizens Police Academy? I think you'll find out a lot if you do." And sure enough, I was so impressed with that senior class. Right after that, I also attended the District Attorney's Academy for the 18th Judicial District under Carol Chambers, and now I've just finished the Citizens Academy. But it was not just enough to attend classes. I wanted a closer view. I wanted to contribute. So after the senior class, I joined the Alumni Association of the Citizens Police Academy and volunteered to work at the Aurora Police Impound Lot, where I still volunteer to this day. I've had the opportunity to take 3 ride-alongs in 2 districts and have met and talked with many officers. At the impound lot, I work daily with officers with years of experience on this force and great insight into Aurora and the police department, not to mention many of the stories of their encounters with the citizens of the metro area. A number of Aurora officers in the course of their duty come by the lot. Everyone knows retired Aurora Police Lieutenant Victor Stevens, who runs the impound operation. The officers assigned there and those that come have really enhanced my academy education and given me great insight into the inner workings of the department. I've even had the opportunity to meet with Captain Hinkle, who commands the Technical Service Bureau, our own chief, deputy chief, have all come by the lot, along with a host of city employees, and I got to see things in action as they really take place. I was part of things. It was a good feeling. I really felt part of the city as I watched things transpire. Every officer that I've encountered has been willing to answer my numerous questions and share their perspectives. Concerning my questions, apparently that's the point for which I'm relatively well known among this class, but that seems to be the way I've always been, and I doubt it's going to change much. But this academy has served me well and established a relationship with the Aurora Police Department. I would not trade the experience, my volunteer experience at the lot, with Stevens, the other officers, Kevin, Mike, Mark, Jerry, Tim, Chris, have shown me a section of this department and public contact that were it not for them in a TV show called Parking Wars, I really couldn't come up with some of the stories that I could tell you. But we're not quite as bad as that, but we do encounter some interesting situations from time to time. And let me tell you, volunteering can be a great thing. There's much more to know about this department than you know or even this class has taught us. So I encourage you to become involved, sit alongside, learn from them, and spend some time with them. They're a great bunch of people to be with. Our hopes as a result of this class, we've been brought to a much better understanding through education concerning the Aurora Police Department. We hope that you, the department, have also gained a constructive understanding of us, the citizens of Aurora, as you may come in contact with us. We, the citizens of Aurora, we're not all criminals, but seeing what you come in contact with on a daily basis, we understand why you must posture yourselves the way you do at times, and why you must present yourselves as you do. We met some very good ambassadors to the public, and we appreciate the work that you do. On our ride-alongs, we got to see you in action as you came in contact with us, the public. And I have to say, speaking on behalf of the public, my apologies to you for some of our behavior. We came to realize how much we need you, and our hope is that you appreciate us and our input equally. In this academy, we questioned. We asked why. We said explain that we might understand. We hope that you hear us as citizens when we speak out. We ask you to respond to us when we question. but we now know that we often spoke from a great lack of understanding and knowledge. We ask you to be as transparent with us as possible at the moment, but stand firm with us when necessary. To the Aurora Police Department, we support you, we trust you, we need you, and we are thankful for you. We hope that you stand alongside us as fellow citizens as we stand alongside you. And together, we can make Aurora a community that reflects the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are together in this. It is our intent to continue to volunteer and serve this community and the Aurora Police Department. Chief, if I could say anything, keep this academy going. It's a wonderful thing. Regarding understanding through education, we get it. We understand. Thank you.